Okay, so I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've got this little.
There it is.
I think Larry could remember right
Tether somewhere.
So when this is over, the last person, and if I'm stuck on the ceiling, just pull me back down. So, okay, so this is just in case. You know, you got to be expectant.
Get ready.
You got to get ready, you know.
Next time, have all of those at the door so we can all get
We kind of like to leave you up there, you know, like a balloon bobbing up and down.
We'll be taking pictures. We're going to be doing live Facebook.
So, St. Joseph of Cupertino, you know, one of the Catholic saints, and he was so.
We'll get monetized if we do that. We can get monetized and fund ourselves.
Yeah.
No.
St. Joseph of Cupertino was even starting at an early age when he would get enraptured with a crucifix, a picture of Jesus. Of course, in those days, Mary, and that was the best religion they had in the day, so we're not doing a knee-jerk on that. And whenever his heart would be captured with that, he would just lose gravity, overcome gravity, and there he'd go right on up to the ceiling. And so it happened so many times in Mass that the priests and the leaders forbade him from coming to Mass because he was disrupting Mass. You know, it's like, I charge you to come down, you know. And so he couldn't come, and he got himself in a little bit of trouble because of this, not because of anything wrong, just because of this grace or gift on him. He was actually incarcerated for a while, exiled, and then a next pope, began to check up on it and said, no, this is the real deal. So in this book, that involves hundreds and hundreds of phenomena stories, and it's the miracles, mysteries, and marvels in the lives of the saints. They say in the first chapter, first introduction, says, the phenomenon that happened the most frequently among all of these is levitation.
Wow.
So, get ready. That's all I can say.
There you go.
I think I've told this story, but maybe, seeing as how we're on this subject, I'll tell it again. Over the years, probably like many of you, I've had many flying dreams, flying in my dreams, right? In the last maybe 15 to 20 years, those flying dreams have been very much integrated with spiritual purpose. I knew that they were. It was part of the dream. And once I had this dream once where I was teaching the spiritual gift of levitation. And we believe in spiritual gift of healing and prophecy and word of knowledge and whatever. But this was spiritual gift of levitation. I'm in front of a group. I'm at the front of a church that had a vaulted ceiling like this, so maybe today, okay? Maybe today. Today's the day. And literally, I'm teaching about it. I've got curriculum. I'm teaching out of it. And we get done, and then somebody says, well, can you do it now? And so I just backed up against the wall of the stage area, backed up there, and then I began explaining what I do. I just reach down and put my hands over my stomach, and I don't always have to use my hands, but my hands help me to activate my faith. And so then because that's, the question might be asked, so where's your spirit man? And the Bible uses, King James uses a word like bowels and kidneys and liver and whatever, so wherever it's at, it's somewhere here, I suppose. But anyway, then I just begin to pull up. And I kind of breathe in while I'm doing it. If any of you were around Bob Jones, if you noticed when he was ministering, he'd stick his little pointy chin out. Breathing in like that, you know. And so, I don't know, it just kind of seems to work, you know, and so I just breathe in. There I went, started to step in my dream, and I'm going around above, and I'm talking to them and telling what I'm doing, and what I'm not doing is very open, very classroom-ish, you know. And then somebody says, can you lift that grand piano up on the stage? I said, I don't know, I'll try. So I just got under it. That was the end of the dream. So, Craig, when you said you were going to pull up, well, I think it probably won't be a problem. So, I got to tell you the rest of this story, because anybody can have a dream, right? But is it true? I mean, is it relevant? Does it have any bearing, spiritually speaking? I'm up in Rochester, Minnesota at a Bethel Leaders Retreat Advance, 2-day deal. Been there many times. They had some guest speakers, a husband and wife team. In the afternoon on the second day, they were just doing question and answers. And somebody said, well, what do you think some of the new stuff, the crazy stuff that we're seeing in the church, what's that going to look like? What will it be? The lady says, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if some of you in this room would teach the spiritual gift of levitation.
Wow. And this was after the dream.
After, yeah, like a year or two or so. I'm like, I can't believe this. So I had to I think I might be that guy. I want to be that guy.
So Martin, can you do it now?
I know, that's what I was saying. We want you to activate
Okay,
it by
let's do it.
standing up against the wall, doing what you said.
So, this is going to get me now. Oh, yeah. So I just put my hands over my belly, or wherever my spirit man is, and I just begin to just see it begin to raise up. And breathe in. I'm going to open one eye.
I think you need to, by faith, go grab his cord. You need to just see this thing all the way through.
I just gotta give it just a quick test. I'm feeling something.
I'm feeling some for sure.
I think that's just the first trial.
Yeah.
So,
This is the seed.
you want to pump 250 pounds. Anybody here, how's your guns? Can you bench press 250? I don't think anybody here can bench press. Not yet. But I can bench press 75. But let's say I got under the bench press and there's 250 on the barbell. It wouldn't move. But would I get some benefit from pushing against the resistance?
That's so good.
You and Noel been practicing.
And you know what? When you are under that and you strain against that, when you put it down, what happens? You feel the lightness and you do something.
So I say I better do that again. Do it with me if you don't mind.
Oh, we are.
So just however you want to do it.
I'm a heavy anchor.
Just speak into your spirit,
Amen.
man. Just speak into your spirit, man.
Thank you.
The spirit, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Spirit, soul, and body. Deb, did I lift up any at all? Oh, okay.
I can see you.
Okay. Next time. Next time. We're going together, Tone.
I want to trade into it, and all I have is a quarter in my purse.
Hey, that's 5 graces right there.
Oh.
I usually have cash.
I could just feel it inside.
I know.
That's what I was gonna say. I felt like my body was here, but I felt like the way I am, I came up a little
Yeah.
in my spirit.
I've had 1 or 2 times where I literally did look down. I was sitting in a chair in San Diego, and Ron Jones, some of you remember the name Ron Jones.
Now we're trading. We're trading up.
Oh, you guys.
Everything in my pockets, it's not a lot. I'll put it out.
Oh, we better do that again.
Everybody better jump in. Run. The ground floor. The ground floor.
that wrong, Naomi? Okay, here we go. Oh, my spirit man. Here we go now, spirit man. We're just moving on up. Yeah, spirit, soul, and body. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whew. I tell you, I've definitely had physical feelings each time. Yeah, thank you, Lord.
Whoa.
Yeah, twice. One time I was out in San Diego with a guy named Ron Jones. Some of you know him. And, at the end of that meeting, there was a sense in the room where I was sure I was off the ground. I was sitting in a chair, but I had to look down. It's like, okay, not today, but it sure felt like it. And how about one more time? Okay, Lord, we're doing reps. We're doing reps now.
Yes.
We're doing reps. Working out at the gym now. Spirit man. And my soul. And my body. And by the way, if we're not sure if that's biblical, is the one last wonder or sign or miracle, whatever you want to call it, that Jesus did.
Yes.
He levitated.
Yes.
We have
And
a
he
new
says-
tagline, light as a feather floating together.
Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at you. Light as a feather, floating together.
Guys.
I like this church. Don't do this at home, is it? No, practice this at home.
Do this
God.
at home. Try this at home.
Yeah, inside. Do it inside.
Yeah, you don't want to get out of control.
Unidentified aircraft.
Stuck in the tree. It's so embarrassing.
What do kids call mom? Hey, Mom, Dad's stuck in a tree. So one of the ladies, a nun, floated up, and she would also get caught up in ecstasy, as they called it, or rapture, as they also called it. And she was up on top of a tree when one of her, like Mother Superior or somebody walked by, and the Mother Superior commanded her to come down. Well, she immediately came down, but her slipper got caught up in the top of the tree. It was there still the next day.
Wow.
There is a verse in Isaiah.
But it says that he went by a way that he did not traverse with his feet. It literally says that in Isaiah. So, it's Isaiah 41:3.
Oh, wow.
So, it says, he pursues them passing on in safety by a way he had not been traversing with his feet. So if you
I
want,
love it. See, isn't it interesting how the Lord opens up the word that's been there forever?
Yeah.
You read through that thing, didn't mean a thing. We didn't have a grid. Now we're getting a grip. Got to get a grip, man. We're getting a revelation on what the deeper or hidden levels of meaning are. Now it's beginning to mean something, and it creates a foundation of faith, a place for a footing of our faith, muscle our faith building. Well, Jesus said to Nicodemus, I've been trying to tell you a lot of earthly things. You guys been stumbling over that. Been a problem for you. I've been wanting to tell you heavenly stuff.
Wow.
It hasn't got anything on earth like it.
Amen. Wow.
So Jesus, we're just beginning to just say, you know what? You could do whatever you want to do.
Wow.
We really want to be believing believers.
Yes.
Yeah. If you say it, we could walk on water. That's what Peter proved. And anything else.